So I played the first hour of Ghost of Yotei and well, holy cow, I was blown away. What's up guys, it's the Potatinator and this Magic Hour review is going to be for Ghost of Yotei. Right away, this was not sponsored, nor was I given a copy of the game to review. I literally played it when the digital download unlocked at 11 PM on October 1st and experienced nary a hiccup or bug in my playtime. So let's jump into the review. So, first question we will go over is, how are the visuals and audio? The moment you boot up the game, you adjust some settings, but you don't even get a menu. You instantly dive into a beautiful cutscene that sets the story up. Once you gain control of Atsu, the game continues to throw impressive visuals as you take on the first of several tutorial-esque missions, and then when you actually get into the open world of Izo. The audio was something that caught me off guard, but in a good way. It has that Japanese roots you would expect for this game, but then it throws actual cowboy western vibes into some of the songs, representing the changing times that the Japan of the era was changing into. I'd like to hear what you guys thought about the sound and visuals in the comments below, but for me, both the visuals and audio were stellar, so this receives a thumbs up from me. The next question is, how is the story? Does it hook you? I have to say 100% yes. That cutscene I mentioned earlier shows you exactly what happens to Atsu and automatically makes you hate the Yotei 6. While this is a typical revenge type plot, there is a small mechanic that happens right before you get full control of Atsu that lets you feel just all of the hatred she has for each of the Yotei 6. I honestly thought it was a really cool mechanic. One of the first things you do is explore Atsu's childhood home, and, without spoiling how, the game lets you experience more of Atsu's childhood backstory. Let me know what you think about the story so far, if you've gotten far into the story. But for me, that story draw hit my heartstrings, and it made me want to watch each of the Yotei 6 fall to my blade. So this is 100% getting a thumbs up from me. Now, before we move on to the third question, if you are liking the video so far, be sure to hit that like button and turn on notifications to know when more reviews come out. The third question is, how is the gameplay? How's the combat? So, even though the combat was sparse in the first hour, I could already tell that Sucker Punch built off the already amazing mechanics of Ghost of Tsushima. Even in the first tutorial fight, there was a new mechanic that felt so amazing I paused for a second and was like, what? So, I'm going to spoil it as it was just too awesome not to. Now, I'll give you a second if you want to skip it. There will be a timestamp in the description to do so. You still here? Here it is. There were a couple of other things as you progressed within the first hour that I won't spoil, but suffice to say it was very thought out on how they introduced some of the mechanics and tutorials. I will give you a tip though. Don't try to perfect parry out of the gate. Atsu can't do it. Or I just suck at it. I'm gonna go with the first reason. My hour ended with one of my first major quests to go see a swordmaster for dual-wielding katanas. I'm so excited. Let me know if you got farther and how you felt about the gameplay as a whole, or in part, down in the comments. But for me, the gameplay was just how I remember from Ghost of Tsushima, but I can see even more mechanics just continuing to improve on that formula as I progress through the game. This gets a big thumbs up from me. Now, the final question is whether or not I enjoyed my hour playing Ghost of Yotei, and the answer is a resounding yes. This game just builds off Ghost of Tsushima in a way that just feels smooth and natural, while continuing to keep the roots of the Sakura tree that was Tsushima. I can see myself spending days and weeks in the land of Izo, and cannot wait for the Legends mode coming out in 2026. Now, these are completely my own opinions of Ghost of Yotei, so take them with a grain of salt if you are watching this while deciding on playing the game. This was just my experience with the game, and yours may vary based on different factors. Now be sure to sub to the channel and hit that notification button so you know when more Magic Hour reviews come out, and you can click on the playlist to the right to see all of the reviews that have come out so far. I'll be back.